Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the September Hella Handmade Creations. Every month a bunch of different indie makers get together and they contribute one product to the Hella Handmade Creations site. That site is then open the 14th to the 21st of every month, so this month it opens on September 14th and it'll close on September 21st. In the description box, I will link the Hella Handmade Creations site, I will link their Facebook page, I will link my swatching Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. I will then link all of the makers that I have to share with you today. These polishes won't be available on the maker's sites, it will only be available on the Hella Handmade Creations site and only while the site is open, but it is a good representation of the brands if you are interested in further exploring what they had to offer. Also, some products are what we call capped, and that just means there's a certain number of those products available during the ordering window. If a product has no cap, that means it won't run out while the shop is open. So this month I have 7 offerings to look at, and let's go ahead and get started. So first from Colors to Carol, we have Rio. This is inspired by South American landmarks, and it's described as a cornflower blue with a subtle aurora shimmer, holographic flakes, and holographic micro glitter. The formula on this is great, not too thick or too thin, very smooth, just a little bit sheer. I am going to do 3 coats to build up to opacity. If you're not super picky, you could probably get away with 2. The holographic flakes that are in here are absolutely stunning. I do recommend going in for top coat. It is going to dry dull and slightly textured, but removal will be relatively easy. So there are 3 coats of Rio. Up next from by Danny Vienna, we have So Long Rasputin, and this is inspired by Anastasia. It's described as a dark blue base with a red to copper magnetic pigment and ultrachrome chameleon flakes. Again, a nice easy formula to work with here. I did do 2 coats and I was happy with the opacity and I would happily wear it in 2 coats, but if you are super picky, you might want to go in for that 3rd before hitting it with the magnet. This also looks really beautiful unmagnetized. I will link this magnet in the description box if you are interested. I recommend top coat and removal is easy, so there's 2 coats. Next up from Garden Path Lacquer, we have The Event of the Season. This is inspired by music of the 70s, and it's described as a clear base packed with linear holographic pigment, silver holographic microflakes, a blue leaning aurora shimmer, and black metallic microflakes. This covered really well here on this first coat. I got full opacity in 2 coats, and I do believe this one is a solid 2-coater. I don't recommend using it as a topper. I did try that on a swatch wheel, and the holographic pigment did cover virtually everything, so this one is best built up on its own. Removal's easy. Next up from MJ Lacquer, we have Baby Love. This is inspired by Diana Ross and Supreme Glow Gowns Baby Love. It's described as a cocoa to fuchsia thermal with red, copper, gold, green, and yellow color shifting flakes and sprinkled with gold holographic glitter. This one is a little bit sheer here on this first coat, kind of like a jelly-ish consistency, but it did build up to opacity for me in 2. A nice formula, not too thick or too thin, no running, pooling, or staining. You'll want top coat. It does dry slightly textured. Removal does take a little bit of scrubbing, but it's not too terribly difficult. I didn't have a huge thermal transition. Up next from Night Owl Lacquer, we have Sexy Squash, and this is inspired by the Gilmore Girls. It's described as a pumpkin orange jelly filled with orange to copper to gold to green crystal chameleon flakes and orange holographic glitter. If this doesn't scream Halloween pumpkins, I don't know what does. The formula is good. Again, no running, pooling, staining, and easy to apply. I got full opacity in 2 coats, and again, I do think this is a solid 2-coater. I do recommend top coat. It is going to dry dull and textured. Removal will take some scrubbing to get these glitters off, but it's not terribly difficult. So there are 2 coats of Sexy Squash. And lastly, from my brand Pampered Polishes, we have The Cards Will Tell. This is inspired by Dr. Fastlier from Princess and the Frog. It is a dusty heather purple with a holographic magnetic pull and a red to gold aurora shimmer. The magnetic pull that's in here isn't super duper strong, so I am just using a bar magnet to get my holographic line. I do think the formula on this is good. No running, pooling, or staining. 2 to 3 coats for full opacity. I was happy at 2, but again, if you are super picky, you might want to go in for 3. This is going to dry relatively glossy all on its own. A top coat will help keep your manicure lasting, and removal will be easy. So there's 2 coats. And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know what you plan on picking up from this month's Hella Handmade creation and what was your favorite from today's video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.